Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Look, if you're going to start a YouTube channel or trying to become a full-time content creator, the thing about it is you need money, all right? There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it, especially if you're trying to do it full-time. Now, another thing I would definitely tell you, do not tell your family and friends that you're trying to do YouTube. The reason is they are going to discourage you. They're going to tell you, hey, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that. To hell with what they said. Do not tell them, okay? You let the algorithm tell them, but you do not tell them that you are trying to become a full-time content creator, all right? But going back to the money that you need, yes, you're going to need money because you're going to be traveling a lot of times. And that's the reason why a lot of people get in this, because they like to travel. You may have to sometimes stay in a hotel. And the reality of it, this is a business, okay? That's the thing about it, what most people don't understand about being a content creator. This is a business, all right? Now, here's the thing about it. I would tell you some of the places that you do want to start with when trying to raise capital, especially if you are working a job. Do not quit your job. Do not quit your job, and I'll tell you why you do not want to quit your job to become a full-time content creator, unless you making enough money that you know that it's coming in consistently for at least 6 months to 12 months, all right? Now, here's the thing about it. The reason I say that, one, is that you're going to continue uploading videos, all right? So if you're going to try to launch your channel with like shorts, for shorts is like less than a minute. Now YouTube is coming out with this new thing that's 3 minutes. Let me tell you guys something. That's not for your benefit, okay? That's not for your benefit. You can have 1 million views with your YouTube shorts, and what ends up happening, you probably get like maybe $56 for that short. So that's the reason the shorts ain't where the money is. You want to make sure that you at least make your videos at least 8 minutes or longer, okay? This is why those YouTubers make more money, all right? Now, here's the thing about it. Some people say, well, what about the editing, the thumbnails, and things like that? Now, there's this trend that's going on that people are saying, oh, you don't have to do that anymore. YouTube is on this easy mode, right? Now, let me tell you something. If you don't find a niche, what's going to happen over time, you'll just keep making these videos. But what'll happen, because it's not in a certain niche, then your revenue is going to go down. It may not go down right away, but it's going to go down, all right? Now, in terms of trying to dedicate yourself to getting these, to getting YouTube monetization and stuff like that, you all know the numbers on that. I'm not going to tell you about that. I'm just telling you the stuff that I've been doing YouTube for almost 20 years. Okay, I've been on YouTube a long time with multiple channels and stuff. And I always tell people, you have to look at this as a business. Now, some of the easiest business credit cards you want to go after, and it just depends on your credit. Okay, so if you have at least a 680 or higher, then these are the credit cards you want to take a look at. The first one is the American Express Business Blue Plus, okay? The reason that you want that card is because it's a revolving card. You want to stay away from your charge cards with American Express, unless you understand that you can put a certain amount that you say that you get an American Express Platinum card, okay? And so they say, okay, we're giving you $20,000. But you say, okay, I'm only going to be spending $5,000 on that card this month, right? Now, once you set that $5,000, they'll put that on a 6-month payment plan, right? But when you go over that $5,000, then what ends up happening is that you would have to pay that remaining off in full the following month. So it won't be on that payment plan. That's something you have to keep in mind. And I'll tell you something else, since we're talking about American Express. If you check your balances too many times, this will end up causing you a financial review. Okay, and so with that financial review, and I talked about this in other videos, is that what ends up happening is that you would have to submit bank statements, taxes. They'll appoint somebody specifically for your case. All right, so that's the thing you have to be careful with American Express. Now, the second credit card, oh yeah, and American Express usually pulls Experian FICO 8. Now, if you're brand new to American Express, they're going to do Experian and TransUnion FICO 8. All right, so that's the first card. Then the next card you want to look at is the Chase Inc. Business credit card. Okay, so the Chase Inc. Business credit card, that's going to give you 12 months, just like the American Express, 12 months on balance transfers and 0% interest on purchases. You want to try to find business credit cards that's not going to be charging you any interest on your purchases, because again, you're going to be traveling, you're going to be buying gas, you're going to be buying food, you're going to be staying in hotels and stuff a lot of times. Okay, and so in terms of making sure that you have the right credit card to give you the leverage when you're trying to start with YouTube is very important. Now, the next credit card you may want to check out, and if it's in your area, is the BMO Business Platinum. Now, they have a BMO Business Platinum Rewards, but you want the BMO Business Platinum just a business platinum card. Now, the reason that you want that card, because it gives you 18 months on balance transfers and purchases. Okay, now with BMO, they actually are a Vantage 4. Okay, I always talk about Vantage 3, but the Vantage 4 is the one that you want to get access. So that's with BMO. Then the next card you want to look at is any card with the credit unions like Spectra Connectors Credit Union. Okay, they're usually TransUnion. They are a FICO 9. They're the Elon cards. Okay, and they have their business credit cards for 18 months on purchases and balance transfers as well. Okay, so the reason is, like I said, when you're starting out on YouTube, don't expect to start making a whole lot of money. All right, so some people, they luck up and they say, oh yeah, look, I did this, whatever. But again, I tell you, you have to be consistent with posting. All right, once your channel is big enough to where you can skip a day or something like that, you probably want to schedule out your postings or whatever. But this is the thing about it, where most people think that, oh, I'll just post a few videos and get monetized or whatever. And it doesn't work like that. You are in business, and just like you in business, you have to consistently post content. Okay. Now, again, like I said, do not quit your job. I promise you, that would be one of the biggest mistakes you make to become a full-time content creator. All right, because I've had channels where YouTube just wiped me off the map. And it's just so happened because I have multiple businesses is the reason why I stayed afloat. All right. So the thing about it, when you're trying to use these social media platforms, and you all know, even like with TikTok, a lot of people, I even got clients and stuff on Facebook that was making $50,000 a month. Doing that, selling and stuff like that. And Facebook shut them down like that. So the thing about it with YouTube, they can close your channel down just like any of these other, and you're losing your money. So that's the reason I tell you, you do not want to just jump up and start quitting your jobs and stuff like that. All right. So now the next one you want to look at is US Bank. Okay. So with US Bank, it's the US Bank Platinum. It's 18 months, 0% interest. Now, they pull TransUnion as well. They are associated with Elon Financial. So if you can't get into US Bank, then you want to look at the Elon Financial. Okay? So that's the reason why I'm talking about those two. Then you have Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo Signify Business Credit Card, okay? It gives you 12 months. Now, here's the thing about it, Wells Fargo, that people are not aware of. Wells Fargo is also a FICO 9 institution, right? So what that means, just like with Navy Federal, with a Navy Federal Business Credit Card is a FICO 9 Experian. So Wells Fargo is a FICO 9 Experian also, all right? So the thing about it, most people always worry about Navy Federal, but the thing about it, you have to jump through all these hoops to get into Navy Federal. So that's the reason they would not be my prize pick. But these other credit unions, you don't even have to join. Like I was telling you about Connectus and Spectra, you don't have to join them in order to apply for their business credit card. All right. Now, another good thing about Wells Fargo, just like U.S. Bank, they will actually give you checks that you can actually liquidate the credit card into your regular account. Being on YouTube, making content and stuff, I don't care how old you are. You know, people tell you, if you're 80 years old, get on YouTube. The thing about it, if you're not going to be consistent on posting, then I'm telling you, you're going to have such a hard time, and you do not want to quit your job over this. All right. I see so many people, they have tied their life into these social media platforms, and this all they depend on. And then when they get shut down, that income stop coming in. It hurts. It hurts. And unless you have another business going on, do not quit your job. All right. So let me tell you about another credit card, which is PNC. Now with PNC, they are a Experian FICO 9, okay? So these are pretty much low-hanging fruit, right? And I tell you all this because you can have authorized users, you can have rental payments on the file, you can also have subscriptions, utility bills on the file, and they will work with you with your FICO 9s. That's the reason that I'm talking about them, all right? So with PNC, it is Experian FICO 9 as well. So I just wanted to let you all know that if you're trying to get into the YouTube game, this content creating, please understand this is a business. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you money. Yes, you can film from your phone and stuff, but you have all these other hidden costs that people don't tell you about, right? And I'm just letting you know from the business side of it. So you have to be very careful and do not rely on these platforms as your bread and butter, because if they shut you down, then you don't have nothing else. So do not quit your job until you know that you're making enough as a content creator that's going to make sure that you keep your bills paid. All right. So I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions, you can click the link in the description, schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.